Party has called on the government to safeguard the deficit grant-in-aid system, warning that recent policies could weaken higher education in the state. In a letter to the Education Minister Lakman Rimboy, VPP Vice President Dr. K.H. Shen stressed the system's role in expanding access to colleges, especially in remote areas, and urged the government to address disparities in UGC pay scales and pending dearness allowance dues for teachers. The party demanded that UGC pay scales be extended to all eligible teachers in deficit colleges and that DA areas be released immediately.
The UGC pay scale kumbayong implementan kalong kaba kajingtumu right from the beginning kada ban attract talent to the profession, ban attract good people ban want to teaching profession. The kumbakalong manta government kaprasang ban do away with this UGC pay scale nai kaba ni na kaliang party ni so ngi meha namar pa la pile akum ta government kong kaprasang ban improve your education, at the same time they are trying to do away with the UGC pay scale kata kan impact sibon your education like a state, but kanong kaba kata sibon ki kon samla jungi barang ni ta sakmat barang kiu nei ki barang pas ki barang yo ki kiri ki ba pair ki pas ka net ki pas ka PhD ki don ki publication ki jong ki dre benta la ka government ka le komni dei kan mat track but ka teaching profession kan long shu kata ka balong permanent mabun kin chuan dei ka jakari temporary shelter kitang shu ola chui kin no.
The Bharatiya Janata Party BJP has alleged that rival political parties in Meghalaya are exploiting religious sentiments to mislead voters and hinder the Saffron Party's expansion in the state. BJP spokesperson M. Kharkrang said opponents resort to playing the religious card during elections as they have little to criticize on development and welfare. He noted that despite such tactics, people are gradually recognizing the difference between propaganda and reality. Kharkrang emphasized that Christian leaders within the BJP actively raised community concerns and the party's central leadership remains receptive.
And balibati ang takanyam na rapor election kinmi ki political parties ki bamla ban kentho i BJP da kumoi pat at stand takanyam kimla banong malana piwara i BJP pinumyo surop pinumyo highway pinumyo ki jingyarap namta ki beduk numyo numyo kimla banong makla yo lut dan lek komno ban ketik ini pendria da yo kilech ba BJP so mai tang takanyam the kanyam is something very emotional and sentimental to every single person. They try to play on that emotions kan the class da poi da kapor matang gibri class.
The much-awaited Shillong Ropeway project is expected to be completed by next year, according to the implementing agency, which assured South Shillong MLA Sunbor Shalai during his inspection of the site. Officials informed that for every tree felled, 10 new trees will be planted as part of environmental mitigation measures. The ropeway being built at an estimated cost of Rs 151 crore is expected to boost tourism in Shillong by improving connectivity and offering a new attraction for visitors. The inspection was conducted under the Pragati Path Yatra, highlighting 12 years of the Modi government and showcasing major central government-funded infrastructure projects.
There are two buildings. There are two buildings that are lower top. Every central project. So that's why last time also we have visited Mophan, the brain behind this project. Seeing the titles, like we have visited here, it really moves our things. Sometimes. But hopefully, ka time of completion, ka tender agreement kalong license, te karambun kapur. But hopefully, ka jia kermentan bagi kinong yalam juga company bagi engineering ka jongki kiong by next year. Kin pendap unus naman lan pendap non Hanover support ka tourism department bandar yang department ka jitray lang bat karaj laban dorbar kumka agreement ni pangilayasan agni sistem ki beladap project angne kan kring cibun ki tourist na borok kawai kari India ka jungi na northeast borok kawai te kan wara apa kiwan ki tourist ban enjoy kana ka ropeway na po Shillong viewpoint nang kana po bloom Shillong bagi ang mo adu ang na try kana ka landing kan long pangiyang mata po kana ka Shillong Madalaban.
To observe the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, Suncare organized a series of awareness programs in Shillong on Saturday, highlighting the growing challenges of substance abuse and the urgent need for prevention and recovery. The day began with a bike rally in collaboration with cafe racers, followed by a short event featuring a song performance by inpatients of Suncare, symbolizing hope and resilience. Experts including Dr. Sandis Iem, Dr. Kam Chermang and Dr. D. Kongla stressed the importance of collective community action, early intervention and modern solutions to tackle rising global drug demand and sophisticated trafficking networks.
The message is don't start, do not touch, because in the beginning it might be nice, it might be good, it might be pleasurable, but after some time it doesn't. And as they say, once an addict, always an addict. We don't want children or young people to reach that stage. So we keep talking to children, we keep talking to adolescents that they should never start.
So today stands a very important day for all of us. As bikers, we've seen a lot of alcohol abuse as well as drug abuse. So the reason why we're collaborating with Suncare is because this is a much needed area where not many people have actually, it's still a big stigma in the society. So in order to fight all of this, that's the main reason why we were coming out. Everyone is taking out their time early in the morning just to have a ride and just to show people that we are aware about all of this and we are fighting against drugs.
The Jaintia National Council JNC, led by President Sambormi Lingdo, met with Kliat MLA and Mining and Geology Advisor Kermen Shala to demand accountability in the utilization of the Meghalaya Environment Protection and Restoration Fund MEPRF. The JNC revealed through RTI queries that the mining department failed to provide details on beneficiaries or rehabilitation measures, raising concerns over transparency. Submitting a memorandum, the JNC urged the government to direct district committees to survey affected families and ensure disbursement of financial aid. Advisor Kermen Shala assured the matter would be taken up with the minister in charge.
Pagi akan ni ke RTI kawa pensengau longo i kam ke sen to halor ke jingkeli kawa bo i cepang kita ki affected person lane kita ki bru ki wada chak ta na kani ka kam na ka jing chak khang yong umuyong hanrai de panila ka jing tip waka kayi waka ni ka government lang ba ka mining and geology department dele go ne benta uyarap ya kam kini ki long yung long sem ki wada chak ta na ka jing khang yong umuyong Handai ka wapan snau si ye ikam ke sen ka jubab yang ka department lang ba ka RTI hi ang not available. Naga kam ki muyong de pa jing tho i chau advisor yang ka mining and geology department usar Kermen Shala woman leh joy por. Kamu lokal MLA yang i tada kerpat iya ka state government lang ba ka yang advisor yang ka boto u instruct gi ya ka district level committee yang kani ka fund.
The Office of the District Social Welfare Officer, in collaboration with the East and West Khasi Hills District Police, observed the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking on Friday at Tirat Singh Memorial Hall, Mairang. Under the theme Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, Viksit Bharat Ki Pehchan, the program aimed to promote a safe and healthy society free from drug abuse. DSP P.S. Marwin highlighted the importance of creating awareness to protect communities from intoxicating substances, while OCS Karjana stressed safeguarding youth from addiction and educating the public on preventive measures.
Of everything else. Kata ngomong, ada gila, belum ada kar, haka sore kata, bat nan om ya bi, haka experience kata ngaji, haka.
Tabama tabakrao haka imlang salang, kibapet kayudra.
The District Social Welfare Office, in collaboration with the District Administration, line departments and NGOs, organized a district-level awareness program under the Nasha Mukti Bharat Abhiyan to mark the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking 2026. Held at the District Auditorium Library in Jawai, the event featured Additional Deputy Commissioner D.V. Lingdo as chief guest, who also released a departmental documentation. Highlights included mental health discussion, legal insights, awareness presentations, short film and skit, pledge reading. Addressing the gathering, Lingdo highlighted initiatives by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment to combat substance abuse and reaffirmed the government's commitment to building a Nasha Mukta society.
Come to me on Dr. Mo, the first stage of the human drugs experimentation. Nagkong to experimentation. Second, regular use, financial need. Fifth,
6 members of a family from Maulat's EMN village under East and West Khasi Hills district were admitted to Tirat Singh Memorial Civil Hospital, Mairang, after suffering suspected food poisoning from consuming wild mushrooms on June 26. According to Elmis Tina Yaupnyao, she had collected mushrooms near their farm and cooked them for dinner. Shortly after eating, her daughter, son-in-law and grandchildren developed symptoms including vomiting and diarrhea. The family was rushed to the hospital around 9 p.m. for immediate treatment. Out of the 7 family members, 1 granddaughter who did not consume the mushrooms remained unaffected. No fatalities have been reported. The Murang Mahari Association Tura organized a workshop on Garo customary usages on Saturday, June 27th at the District Auditorium, Tura. The program deliberated on key Garo traditions and practices. Resource person Arakan M. Sangma, Secretary of Garo Heritage Village, highlighted the importance of preserving funeral rites and traditional discussions among the Garo. He expressed concern that younger generations are losing touch with their identity and heritage, noting that smartphones are diverting youth away from cultural practices. The workshop was attended by academicians, economists, PhD scholars, undergraduate students and was attended by Rupam R. Marak, SP Traffic Tura.
People in this generation, our children, they're lagging behind what we are and where we are. Every community has its own identity, and the main objective, the main principle of this program is to let our children know the reality and our ancestors, the traditions, and to protect and preserve our rich heritage.
The Jantia Tourism Environment Society JTES, in collaboration with the IQAC of Kiang Nangba Government College and supported by the Chief Minister Youth Development Scheme, organized a one-day workshop titled Empowering Youth Through Sustainable Tourism at the KNGC Multipurpose Hall, Jawai. The program featured sessions led by experts including Dr. Benjamin Lingdo of Nehu and Dr. H.H. Mormon, with discussions chaired by R. Lamare. Later, F. Kharkangor Principal Secretary attended as chief guest alongside KNGC Principal Hercules Toy and JTES members. Kharkangor highlighted Meghalaya's transformation in tourism over the past 2 decades, noting visitor numbers now exceed 1.8 million.
Who's in here to share his thought about tourism. Who is the professor, Department of Tourism, Nehu. He's also on the way. Delivered many lectures in respect of tourism.
The discerning tourist now will want to come and spend time and learn about the craft, the culture and the cuisine. He will want to know about the tourism and the textiles. He will want to blend the heart, the harmony and the heritage of the people. He or she will want to experience the culture. He will want to experience the food. He will want to
sample the way of life of the of the people. In the Department of Arts and Culture, if you look at our logo, the tagline is rooted in nature, connected to culture. So we need to move ahead now beyond sightseeing tourism. The point tourism, as they say, that we come and see point A, B, C, D. But the discerning tourist now, he or she wants to immerse himself, to learn, to experience.
Let's move on to the regional news. Tinsukia Superintendent of Police Mayank Kumar confirmed that 2 suspected Alpha cadres were arrested in an intelligence-led operation in Assam's Tinsukia district. The arrest marked another step in ongoing efforts to curb insurgency activities in the region. Authorities are continuing investigations to determine the extent of the suspects' involvement with the banned outfit. Moving on to national news. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan on Friday underscored the crucial role of the MSME sector in driving economic strength worldwide while addressing an event on MSME Day 2026 in New Delhi. He said India's MSMEs embody the courage and entrepreneurial spirit of first-generation entrepreneurs, contributing nearly 50% of the country's total exports while maintaining high-quality standards. The Vice President urged entrepreneurs to adopt modern technology to enhance productivity, production and quality, stressing that innovation and adaptation are key to sustaining growth in the sector.
Distinguished guests and all the participants for gracing this occasion. जो श्रम को पूजा मानकर चले, जो सृजन को धर्म कहें, ऐसे कर्मवीरों से ही विकसित भारत के पथ गढ़े। आप सभी के संकल्प को नमन करते हुए आज का कार्यक्रम को यहीं विराम देते हैं और माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय आपका बहुत बहुत आभार। आप सबसे अनुरोध कृपया गणमान्य।
I am always saying that this UN theme on this day is human-centered entrepreneurship is an AI-driven future. That is the concept they want to give. Again, so many people are so much occupied what this AI will do. If AI comes, so much of people will be losing their job. We need not be that pessimistic. This is my humble request to all of you. When the computer got introduced in our country, so many people thought this is only for well-developed countries like Western Europe and America. It is not for us where the population is so much, the job opportunity we will be losing. But when the computer get introduced, the software becomes the strongest area of India. We produce more jobs through the computer technology than what it was previously.
Union Home and Corporation Minister Amit Shah on Saturday announced that Bharat Taxi, India's cooperative ride-hailing platform, will expand to 500 cities and towns over the next 2 years. Speaking at the official launch, Shah described the initiative as a transformative step in the cooperative sector, ensuring drivers called Sarathis become direct stakeholders. He said the model will allow drivers to retain a larger share of earnings while passengers benefit from safe and affordable services.
સારથીઓને સાચું સન્માન અને ગ્રાહકોને સુરક્ષાનો અહેસાસ કરાવતી આપણી પોતાની ટેક્સી એટલે ભારત ટેક્સી, જેનો આજથી ગુજરાતમાં ભવ્ય શુભારંભ થઈ ચૂક્યો છે. સૌને ફરી એકવાર अभिनंदन. और अब इस कार्यक्रम के अंतिम चरण में जाते हुए आमंत्रित करते हैं भारत टैक्सी के सीईओ कर्नल हिमांशु जी को आभार दर्शन के लिए पधारें.
आने वाले दिनों में यातायात के क्षेत्र के अंदर, मोबिलिटी के क्षेत्र के अंदर ये हमारी कोऑपरेटिव नई ऊंचाइयां छूने वाली है, इसका मुझे भरोसा है और ये सफल भी होने वाली है, इसका भी मुझे पूरा भरोसा है. मित्रों, आप सभी एक बहुत बड़े कोऑपरेटिव परिवार के मेंबर्स बने हैं, जिसके अंदर देश के करोड़ों किसान जुड़े हैं और आज से ये सारथी भी गुजरात के इसके अंदर जुड़ने जा रहे हैं. हमारे प्रिय नेता और देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने सहकार से समृद्धि का जो मंत्र हमें दिया है, वो मंत्र को मोबिलिटी के क्षेत्र में, यातायात के क्षेत्र में भी चरितार्थ करने के लिए आज कोऑपरेटिव अपनी पहुंच बढ़ा रही है.
Now let's have a look at international news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today embarked on a 3-day state visit to Seychelles to attend the Golden Jubilee celebrations of Seychelles National Day as the guest of honor. This marks his first visit to the island nation since 2015. The External Affairs Ministry confirmed that a contingent of the Indian Defence Forces, along with 2 Indian Navy ships, will participate in the celebrations. During the visit, Modi will hold talks with Seychelles President Dr. Patrick Hermine to review bilateral cooperation and exchange views on regional and international issues. He is also scheduled to address the National Assembly of Seychelles and interact with members of the Indian diaspora. And coming up, other sports news. Hespenson Marwen and Mark Winless Ramsey emerged winners in the men's and women's categories respectively at the 7th Shillong 10K Run 2026 organized by the Meghalaya State Olympic Association MSOA on Saturday morning. Held annually near International Olympic Day, the race saw hundreds of participants from teenagers to senior citizens. Hespenson led a tight men's field, finishing ahead of 2024 winner Wanbok El Mauplang and Junom Power. In the women's event, Mark Winless reclaimed the top spot after her 2024 victory, followed by Jidalin Timpun and Mary Queen Pali. The winners received Rs 5,000 each, while second and third place finishers earned Rs 3,000 and Rs 2,000 respectively. Consolation prizes were also awarded, and runners above 55 years received tokens of appreciation.
Next, number 3 is Wanbok El Mauplang, is Junam.
India enjoyed a strong showing at the US Open Badminton in Fullerton, California, with 3 players advancing to the semi-finals. In women's singles, Devika Sihak caused a major upset by defeating third seed Riko Gunji of Japan by 22-20, 21-19. In the men's singles, Ronak Chauhan continued his impressive run, beating Israel's Misha Zibelman by 23-21, 21-11 to reach his first BWF World Tour Super 300 semi-final. Former world number 1 Kidambi Srikanth also booked his place with a 21-9, 12-21, 21-8 win over Lihao Jo-fu of Chinese Taipei. He will face Japan's Yudai Okimoto. And now for the weather report. First, let us take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 29 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 79%, rainfall 7 mm. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 80%, rainfall 5 mm. Meanwhile, in Jawai, a minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 23 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 80%, rainfall 13 mm. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jawai says moderate rain with thunderstorm likely at many places. Before we conclude, here's a recap of the headlines. United Democratic Party leader Kermit Shillari affirmed that the party remains united despite speculation of internal differences. Voice of the People Party called on government to safeguard deficit grant in aid system, warning that recent policies could weaken higher education. Bharatiya Janata Party alleges rivals political parties are exploiting religious sentiments to mislead voters and hinder party's expansion in Meghalaya. Union Home and Corporation Minister Amit Shah launches cooperative-based taxi service Bharat Taxi in Gujarat. And Devika Sehwag, Ronak Chauhan and Kidambi Srikanth enters US Open Badminton semi-finals. That's all we have in the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow for more news update. Until then, goodbye.
Day as a guest of honor and President Patrick Hamini, along with senior ministers and dignitaries, received the Prime Minister at the airport. Members of the Indian diaspora also extended a warm welcome to PM Modi on his arrival. PM Modi, along with President of Seychelles, visited the Seychelles National Botanical Garden. Under the one tree in the